This Tuesday morning, new information about the man who was accused of killing a Minnesota lawmaker. It turns out there could have been some Texas politicians who Vance Boelter was also targeting. Congressman Joaquin Castro's office says the congressman was on a list. The Congresswoman Veronica Escobar, who represents El Paso, was also confirmed on social media that her name was also on the target list. We're also working to confirm if other lawmakers were also contacted by Capitol Police as well. Meanwhile, Boelter was in court yesterday. His bail set at $5 million in connection with state murder charges. He is due back in court next week.
A Georgia man is under arrest. He's accused of threatening 2 U.S. senators, including Senator Ted Cruz and his family. FBI in Atlanta arrested 26-year-old Robert Forney. Investigators say in January, Forney left voicemails threatening sexual violence against Senator Cruz. He also made similar threats to Senator Deb Fischer of Nebraska. He's now facing 2 federal charges for making interstate threats. The FBI and U.S. Capitol Police are investigating.
And DPS is updating its investigation about a threat made against the Texas Capitol during the protest over the weekend. The Capitol was evacuated. The suspect's car stopped in Fayette County. He was arrested on a traffic charge. He has also admitted to having a gun, but there have been no threat charges filed just yet.
Vance Luther Boelter making his first appearance in federal court Monday, less than 24 hours after his capture ended the largest manhunt in Minnesota history. Suspected of carrying out what authorities call a politically motivated murderous rampage.
Boelter stalked his victims like prey.
Federal investigators say Boelter first went to State Senator John Hoffman's home in the Minneapolis suburb of Champlin, pretending to be a police officer. He allegedly shot Hoffman and his wife repeatedly. Both are expected to survive. Then, officials allege at 2:24 a.m. Saturday, Boelter arrived at the home of another state rep in nearby Maple Grove.
Unfortunately, the state representative was not home. She and her family were gone on vacation.
Boelter then allegedly drove in his car, made to look like a police vehicle, toward the home of another state senator in New Hope. But local police, having heard about the shooting at the Hoffmans, beat him there to do a wellness check.
Boelter then traveled to Brooklyn Park, Minnesota, in the home of Minnesota State Representative Melissa Hortman.
Authorities say Brooklyn Park police arrived shortly after Boelter.
When Boelter saw the officers get out of the car, he drew his weapon and began firing. He rushed into the house through the front door, firing into it. And when he entered, he murdered Representative Hortman and her husband, Mark.
Boelter's federal charges, expected to be prosecuted first, include murder, firearms offenses, and stalking.
Will we see the death penalty? It's too early to tell. That is one of the options for several other charges, though.
On Saturday, local authorities filed second-degree murder and attempted murder charges against Boelter, allowing them to get a nationwide arrest warrant.
These are the highest charges we can file by complaint, and it needed to be done quickly to get the warrant out. Mr. Boelter was taken into state custody, and our office intends to pursue first-degree murder charges against Mr. Boelter.
Now that Boelter is in custody, law enforcement says they can start the hard work of putting together a motive and determining whether the suspected assassin is part of a broader network. In Washington, I'm Atra El-Nashar.